Mordecai by Anonymous. Now, surely you've heard the term, take a chill pill, right? It was originally based on the drug whose major side effect is death. This was used as an insult or to tell someone to go kill themselves. This was a popular hallucinogen in the 1600s. It is a slang term for the BVP pastor drug HK447. There weren't many drugs easily available back then, so this was the best choice. This drug is notoriously known for its side effects, some of the biggest being death and very strange hallucinations, some of which have been described as horrifying. Some have even dared to call them evil. There have been some reported cases of suicide after taking the drug, and other cases have been sent to a mental hospital for psychological trauma. Another side effect is a very serious addiction. This means after even a couple of hits, your body could become dependent on the drug. The hallucinations start out fun and crazy. There were also no rehab centers in the 1600s, which is why it had such an appeal and a high rate of addiction. But the more this drug is used, the more dark and twisted it becomes. The horrific hallucinations combined with the addiction can cause very severe psychological trauma and suffering until you eventually die. With no rehab centers back then, there were many suicides as a result of never being able to escape the drug. One of the victims was my lost uncle Mordecai. The reason I call him my uncle Mordecai is because he is actually one of my lost relatives. Thanks to the internet, I was able to trace my heritage back to the 1600s, where I found the caption, "Mordecai the Murderer." It sent me to a blank page with a download link. Above the download link, there were a few sentences written in bold and all caps. "Please leave now. Erase all data from this site. There is no way to delete this. Don't make my mistake. He will stop anyone who knows his plan at all costs. Please believe me. Some things are better kept a secret." I just assumed this was trying to scare me as a stupid joke, or maybe to set the mood for the story. To this day, I still regret clicking the download button. Maybe, just maybe, I could have saved my life and the lives of my friends and family. I opened the file, and it showed some disturbing pictures, several news clippings, and some stories. I found out Mordecai was heavily addicted to the HK447 and was a victim of the hallucinations. Before he died, some of his friends had said that the hallucinations, or as he called them, visions, spoke to him and told him secrets and how they would save him. No one knows what the secrets are or what he was supposed to be saved from. After 2 months of heavily taking HK447, he started to kidnap children whose ages ranged from newborns to 11. Witnesses said they saw him whispering in the children's ears before he took them, but could never hear clearly what he was saying. As these incidents went on, the word spread to protect your child and to lock your doors and windows in the local area. This is when he started to get more violent. Anyone who tried to protect their child was brutally killed with what appeared to be a large kitchen knife. Some victims were stabbed in the chest and ripped open, exposing their organs. Others he would beat senseless until they were dead or knocked out, causing severe head and brain injuries. He would break through windows, and sometimes he would hide in their house and watch them for days at a time before he took the children. He also developed a severe hatred for his friends and family. He even killed his mother and father and took the life of his own brother. After further investigation, I found out he quit using HK447 a year or so after the incident started. This went on for many years until his death. He had been found in a small forest with words carved into his chest. "This isn't the end." They also found a little girl crying next to him. She said he kept telling her, "Don't worry, young one. I have been told the secrets you'll never understand, but I do. I know what they mean and they'll save me, and I can save you too." After they searched his house, they found writings all over the walls, furniture, floors, and much more, presumably written in blood. They all said, "The secrets, they'll save me. I can save them too." They also found writing on a piece of paper. "I've seen them. I've seen the secrets. No one else will understand them. They're too young to understand why. Their minds are so young, not yet corrupted by the horrifying reality of life and the pain that comes with it. I've been saved and I can save them too, and I won't let anything stand in my way." I sincerely wish I could end the story here. I wish I could say this was a tragedy and that it's all behind us now, but it's not. My name's Anthony. I'm 22 and I live alone. I only had a couple of friends and I lived out of state from my other relatives. However, I'm very active on the computer. I have many friends I video chat with and play games with constantly. I told them about the stories as a joke, and they just laughed and acted sarcastic, and life was still plain and boring as usual. It was about 2 weeks after I told my friends that they sent me messages saying that they started to receive strange video chat requests from my username. I figured it was just one of my stupid friends trying to get me in trouble. I also noticed that these were friends who I told about the story. I messaged them back asking what they were like. They all responded that they saw a black screen with someone breathing slowly and heavily. They also said they never accepted the invite and never even had the app running. They also told me when they tried to tell him to stop, he never responded. And one of my friends said that he heard whispering, but he couldn't make it out. I assured them this wasn't me and I'll try to stop the problem. Another week passed, and I started to receive more messages from my friends saying that the random video chat got worse. They all told me they could hear a deep man's voice, and that he would speak to them. "No one can stop me. I've saved so many lives and I'm not going to let you stop me. It's too late for you. Your minds are far too corrupted to be saved. You will not stop me. I'll make sure of it." I was also greeted with a call from the manager of the site, who threatened to suspend my account if this continued. I assured him I would try to fix the problem, and that the problem was not my fault. I tried to call my other friends and relatives. I told them the story and what was going on, but none of them had any idea how to help. Eventually I forgot and went back to living my life. After about another 3 weeks of this, I was randomly put into a video chat without my permission or even an invite. I asked who it was, but all I heard was low, heavy breathing. I quickly realized that this was the man my friends were talking about. I sat there in curiosity, waiting for him to say something. Eventually I got bored and tried to close the page, but it said, "This action cannot be completed. Please try again later." After that, he spoke. "You must not know my secret. Only I can save them. No one else. No one must know. And I will make sure you won't be able to stop me." Immediately after he spoke, my entire system crashed, and a dark grey smoke emitted from the open areas of my computer. I kept getting these video chats, and every time I received one it crashed my computer. Before my account was cancelled, I noticed my friend was missing for 8 days, which is very uncommon for him as he was a very avid gamer. I now feared the worst for my other friends. After that, I stopped using the computer altogether. It only got worse after that. I could still hear him whether I was on my computer or not. I thought it was only in my head, but it still grew worse. It was getting louder and louder to the point where I had to cover my ears and run away. I had an incident at work and it got me fired. No one else can hear it except me. He's playing with me. He is going to torture me as much as he can before I die. This is not going to stop. I have little friends and no relatives near me, but who could I tell? What could I say? My lost uncle has come back from the grave to torture me? This is not over and it won't be until I die. The question is, will he kill me, or will I first? I went back online and found about 6 more of my friends were gone. Before I quit, I noticed about half of my friends had blocked communication because of the video chats. Before I could log off, I got another video chat request and it automatically opened the app. I screamed and begged him to leave me alone, but all he did was breathe. After about 4 minutes of begging and pleading, he spoke. Your friends and family will be the first. You shouldn't have told them my plan. I'm going to make you watch your loved ones die. But don't worry, I'm very patient. I'll get you soon enough. But until then, I have much to do. So many lives I still need to save. You must learn that some things are best kept a secret. Because of you, more people know my plan. I won't let any of them stop me. I can't help but think that if I hadn't read the story, if I wouldn't have told anyone, then maybe I could have saved myself and my loved ones. I decided to wipe out the memory on my computer and destroy it. I'm all alone now. I have no job to pay my bills. The electricity and water have been shut off and I'm about to lose the house. The only one who still talks to me is Mordecai. He now screams in my head and I can't escape his cries. I now spend half of my time crying. Just crying. Knowing this is all because of me. The other half is spent with a gun pointed to my head. I keep thinking about all those children who would be kidnapped, or maybe worse. I want to end it all, but I can't bring myself to do it. So I wait. Before I finally work up the nerve to pull the trigger, this is my warning to you. Don't make the same mistake I did. Please don't show this to anyone, because now you know. This means you're in danger. Danger of him. Delete all of your internet history. Better yet, delete all of your data and restore your computer to its factory settings. If he finds out you know, he'll be coming for you next. Please, I beg of you, don't make my mistake. Don't try to look for the story and don't read things that weren't meant to be read. After all, some things are best kept a secret.